Hey everyone, and welcome to You'll Probably Agree. I'm Tubi Anderson, and this is Betty Crowley, and we are reviewing.
The Isle of Dogs.
I don't think I can stomach any more of this garbage.
Exactly.
Same here.
Words out of my mouth.
Oh, I love the movie. It was a really refreshing newness to what my experience is with animated films or Hollywood films just in general. I think they nailed it as far as the adopting the Japanese texture of their culture and incorporating it into an American film.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there was certainly some Kurosawa influences, to say the least, in the film. This was a picture that really played up to his own style in the best possible way, since it was really a love letter to Akira Kurosawa. There was certainly structurally some references to movies like Kagemusha in there.
Yeah, and he's quirky.
Yes.
And he's not a smart shit. Like a lot of films that try to be quirky always have this sort of kind of sneering smart shit side to them, especially like with the kid stuff.
Behold our mortal enemy. Puppies. No!
And Wes Anderson doesn't have that. It comes from, you can tell he's probably a cool guy. It comes from a really kind of fun place.
When I see his movies, I do have to admit it does kind of come off like this hipster douchebaggery sort of angle that I think does like kind of annoy me. But I will also say, considering this is a movie about dogs, he's sort of going a little more towards the heartstrings, where he doesn't have an unlikable protagonist like someone in Rushmore, which I did like Rushmore. But still, he's going for characters that you're supposed to like, and you do like.
Spots.
We get the idea. You're looking for your lost dog Spots. Does anybody know him?
No.
You know, although I make jokes about him being a hipster and stuff like that, like there actually isn't a sense of condescension from him at all. It's actually like he respects his characters. He treats them like people, even when they're dogs. He gives them an amount of respect and vulnerability and empathy, that maybe some filmmakers lack, where they like to sort of paint broad strokes, I guess you could say, relating to the characters in their pictures.
And also heavy issues. I mean, there are adult issues like the environment, disease, authoritarianism.
Mm-hmm.
These are all embedded in this kind of fun journey movie. But I think what really made the film enjoyable for me was the art direction, the mix of mediums, the 3D animation, the 2D animation, referencing, so it's kind of like this in the future, but they're using mechanical things. It's like this hybrid retro-futuristic mesh that gave it the sort of texture of a dysfunctional future.
Like if you think of something like Blade Runner, or Blade Runner 2049, they still have analog technology set against a highly technical world that, you would think
and there's
there
a
would be
name
internet.
for that, but I can't remember what it is.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, there's sort of a gritty realism to it mixed in with, like the Jetsons type of technology, I guess you would say. Which, yeah, it's a great art style. And again, like I was saying with Wes Anderson, like his style can be kind of polarizing for a lot of audiences, but I guess considering that this was an animated film about dogs, that worked for this kind of movie because it's supposed to be fun and colorful and animated, and it's supposed to have this strange sort of quirky style that Anderson incorporates into these films.
And I want to add, too, that it's not a Japanese culture film. He uses Japanese culture for his own ends. So it's like Japanese culture being borrowed by an American filmmaker to riff on some of the issues that he wanted to bring up.
Right. Yeah, because there's definitely issues of imperialism.
すべての犬を追放しろ。ウニ県メガサ基地を守るのだ。
Installing fear within citizens who pretty much are powerless and trying to push propaganda and, of course, having to fight against a much larger system. And, oh, God, I can see why you thought earlier this had something to do with our current president. I'm starting to see the parallels now, yeah.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
The only complaint I would have would be that the puppy stuff seemed to be borderline schmaltzy.
It's just sort of like all the puns on the dogs and stuff like that.
No, the puppy, having the puppies at the end.
Oh, yeah, that was a little Disney-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little Disney-esque, for sure. Well, I would say there is one other flaw, which is like all the supporting characters outside of Chief, there's not really anything to them other than just to sort of be supporting characters.
You're Rex. You're King. You're Duke. You're Boss. I'm Chief. We're a pack of scary, indestructible alpha dogs.
Like, there's no real arc to them at all. They're just sort of part of a overall backdrop. Which, if you look at something like Royal Tenenbaums, like, all the characters were fully fleshed out.
Yeah. So many movies now are, you go in and you know what the formula is.
You know the plot, like, offhand.
And it starts to happen, and you've seen it before. And the only thing that they can sell now is just, the visuals. Which they can do with computers and stuff, and that's really cool.
Which
but
this
still,
movie was mostly not computers, which is nice. It was...
Really? Is that what the story is? Is that wasn't computer stuff? That was...
No, stop motion.
The dogs themselves are lip sync.
No, you can't ride the pagoda slide.
We physically can open their mouths,
Who told you that dirty lie?
make their eyes bigger, or they can snarl.
Stop motion.
It was all in camera. That was stuff that they used.
I love the way the clouds look when they fought and they made the clouds, the
that's
confetti.
computer. Yeah, but yeah.
No, it wasn't. That was, didn't you say it was alpaca something or other?
That was the fur on the dogs.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that smoke that they made wasn't computer. That was real. That was some sort of material.
Was it?
Yeah.
It could be, yeah, actually.
This one has a lot of characters. Once all the dogs explode, the clouds will start to dissipate, and then everything will speed up.
But that's what makes it so nice. When something's like physically on camera,
Handmade.
and it's tangible. Yeah, you can tell when something is touched by hand and when something is artificial. I will say that you can't really predict the plot of this film unless you've seen any other Wes Anderson movie. So it's like when I was watching it, I'm like, oh, okay, so this is the part in the Wes Anderson movie where this is going to happen. And this is the part where this is going to happen. So I kind of knew what was going to happen just based off of Anderson's previous work. And it would have been nice if he did something a little different. Despite my cynicism, it is refreshing to have a filmmaker who is so distinctly unique and really cares about his characters. And you could tell right off the bat, just from frame one,
Good
that it's a Wes
storyteller.
Anderson film. Yes, and his although he tells the same stories all the time, thematically, that they're well told.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah. But overall, yeah, enjoyable film. Definitely recommend it. I'll give you my analysis of Ready Player One when I see it and when I can review that. But I'm going to guess off the bat, I'm going to recommend this over Ready Player One, which is going to be Spielberg's next big thing when it comes out.
Wow.
To the north, a long rickety causeway over a noxious sludge marsh leading to a radioactive landfill polluted by toxic chemical garbage. That's our destination.
Great. Got it.
Get ready to jump.
Having said that, thanks a lot, Tubi, for coming on. I'm Tubi Anderson, and this is Betty Crowley.
God damn it! You fucked it up! God damn you!
And,
Woof.
yeah. And I'm Betty, although I should have a woman's voice since Betty's a female dog. But anyways, we will see you later.